One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality? High quality and immersive sound? A sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
Cal and Fug with 3 things we need to know.
An American Airlines plane carrying 64 passengers collided mid-air last night with a Black Hawk helicopter near the D.C. airport area. Last I saw, they had recovered 27 bodies pulled from the Potomac River. I knew I was going to get that wrong. It's a hard word to say, but from the Potomac River. At this point, they say they are confident that they will be able to recover all the bodies, but no survivors are expected from this. Flight tracking sites, as we try to figure out what exactly happened, say that the American Airlines plane had adjusted its approach to head to a new runway. Flight air controllers were on with the helicopter asking if they could see the flight, and they heard nothing back from the pilots of the helicopter. So as of this morning, it seemed as if the American Airlines CEO sort of placed blame on the Black Hawk helicopter, saying, I don't know why they were even in that path. And then someone from the National Board of Transportation said both planes were on regular flight paths. So it's kind of a mystery at this point that they're going to have to obviously investigate further, but just such a tragedy, because how many countless lives are literally going to be gone, you know what I mean? And how many families are going to be impacted by this?
Yeah, and what's so heartbreaking about it is those families were probably waiting to pick them up from the airport. It's just so heartbreaking. I saw that news yesterday, and I just got so choked up.
I heard an interview with a husband whose wife was on that flight. Did you hear that interview?
Yeah.
He's like, I just hope they're looking for her body right now in the river.
It's just such a sad thing. That's the reality of the situation right now.
So sad.
So sad. But yeah, like I said, they're going to have to investigate it to figure out what exactly happened. Now, when it comes to decision making, they say you could save your marriage with one simple rule: the 2 yes, 1 no rule. And actually, it's really funny because my husband and I do this, and we joke, sometimes when one person really wants something and the other doesn't, that we're just going to bypass it. But the 2 yes, 1 no rule is basically, for any significant decision, you say both of us need to be a yes for this to happen. If one of us is a no, we have to discuss it further. Either you have to convince me, I have to convince you, or we just come to the realization that this is not what's good for us as a whole. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
It actually works pretty good.
Example? Hey, we want to buy this car.
So, okay, I'll give you an example. 3 years ago at Love Pup Family Fest, Addie and I fell in love.
Bring up that dog a lot.
With a dog named Millie. We loved her so much. And I FaceTimed my husband and I said, look at our new puppy. And he said, absolutely not. 2 yeses, 2 yeses. And I was like, 1 yes? Addie says yes too, so that's kind of 2 yeses. And he was like an absolute no. He's like, Daisy's an only child, an only dog. She doesn't actually get along with other dogs, so he would worry about what that would happen. Anyways, that was a situation in our marriage where the 2 yes rule came into play.
But the fact that he
didn't end up getting the dog.
He has to say to you, 2 yeses, 2 yeses.
Yeah,
that's the rule.
because I was about to come home with that dog. But it could save your marriage because he probably would have been really angry. But then you would have fallen in love. But it's fine. So consider that if you've had trouble arguing over decisions, 2 yeses is the way to go. There are some really cool freebies that you can take advantage of when it comes to the big game. Applebee's has free 20 boneless wings that you can add to any mobile or pickup order. You could just use the code SBWing25. 7-Eleven, they're doing like a buy one, get one free on pizza deal. Little BOGO deal for the big game. And I think this is like the 6th or 7th year in a row that they're doing this. If the game goes into overtime, you can redeem 6 free boneless or traditional wings at Buffalo Wild Wings the Monday after the big game. So it's kind of fun. Like if you're not into football, at least you could be like watching for that.
Mm-hmm. Watch for the wings.
Watch for the wings. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Speaking of watching, what are you watching on TV, Kyle?
I actually started Dexter Original Sin this morning.
Oh.
I know. Well, so I'm like right in the middle of The Night Agent. I don't know. It's kind of cheesy for me.
It's
so
very cheesy.
I don't feel the need. Like I don't feel like I have to finish it right now. So then I started the O.J. Simpson trial documentary that's on Netflix. And that's pretty fascinating. But also like I kind of know the ending to that.
Right.
Yeah.
So this morning I'm like, what am I going to watch? Do I finish the documentary? Do I go back to Night Agent? I'm like, no, I'm starting Dexter Original Sin. And I'm so glad I did. Like, I
Really?
got 1.5 episodes in, and I really like it so
And that's
far.
on Paramount?
Paramount Plus.
Okay.
I know. It's so
you-
annoying.
Oh, good. I'm so glad because I love that whole
Because,
thing.
like, what I enjoy about it is it has elements of the original Dexter series. So Michael C. Hall is actually in it in the very first scene. And then he's the voice. He's still the narrator of the show. And they're just doing right by the storyline.
Well,
Oh, that's good.
let me tell you this. I am trying to finish Night Agent, and that's all that I'm focusing on is Night Agent. And it's hard because there's so many things where you're like, that's so stupid. That wouldn't happen. You know what I mean?
I know.
And so,
I'm like,
but I'm trying to, it's number 1 on Netflix. I'm trying to get, but I did download all of the Recruit season 2. It came out today. Yeah, so there's that. Payton, what's the vibe for predictions today?
I'm going to tell you why your zodiac sign would get canceled.
Call us at 877-937-1047. Ooh, that's a good one. Good morning, Ruby.
Hello. I'm
Hi.
a Taurus. I think you guys know this.
Okay. Did you know that Ruby's a Taurus?
Oh, okay, Taurus. I got you. Okay. Ruby, the reason a Taurus would get canceled, you would get canceled for something like low-key bad. And instead of apologizing, you would just be like, it is what it is. And then you're going to double down and refuse to acknowledge the drama. So the reason for your cancellation is ignoring the backlash and going on with your day. And comeback potential is low. You'll only be forgiven if you like pretend to care.
Oh my God, that's such a lie.
I'm sorry, Ruby. I know. But my Taurus, you guys are bullheaded, so.
Oh, okay. I believe it.
All right, Ruby, have a great day.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
listening. Hey, Shanae.
Yes. How y'all doing?
Hello.
Shanae the Gemini.
Geminis, you said one thing in private and another in public, and now somebody has screenshotted everything. And Twitter is having a field day with your contradictions, and it's not looking good for my Geminis on when you would get canceled. The reason for your cancellation is you have too many personalities and too many opinions. Your comeback potential is high because your ability to talk your way out of trouble is elite.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good one. Bye.
Hi, Shanae. Hi, Crystal.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's your sign?
Scorpio.
Okay, Scorpios. The reason you would get canceled. So you got called out, and instead of apologizing, you went full villain arc and started digging up dirt on the person who exposed you. And being messy is in a Scorpio's DNA. So the reason for your cancellation is you take things way too personally, and your comeback potential is high because some people love a good villain.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Crystal.
Wow.
What do you got for Pisces?
Yeah, Rich is my Pisces in the room. Rich, you got caught being messy, and instead of owning up to it, you started crying and guilt tripping everyone, and now the timeline is exposing you for being manipulative.
Oh, yeah.
So the reason for your cancellation is acting innocent while stirring the pot, and your comeback potential is at like a medium level because you'll convince some people that you were misunderstood.
Don't be exposing my game. That's my game. That's what I do. That's what all Pisces do.
Stephanie, hi, what's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Okay, and we are in Aquarius season. So, Aquarius, you were trying to educate the masses, but instead you came off as superior and insufferable. So now people think that you're that annoying person who explains things that no one asked for. So the reason you would get canceled would be like acting like the smartest person in the room when you're not. And your comeback potential is low because you're going to insist that you did nothing wrong.
Yeah, sounds like me.
Thanks, Stephanie.
These are all
Thank
real
you.
good.
Yeah, aren't they fun?
Yeah.
Rachel, good morning. What's your sign?
A Cancer.
Okay, my softy cancers. It started as a cryptic post about certain people ruining your life, and now the whole timeline is dragging you for being messy. You were not prepared for the clapbacks that you're going to get, so the reason for your cancellation is you overshared to the point of public embarrassment, and your comeback potential is medium because you're going to cry, delete everything, and then people are probably going to forgive you for it.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, Rachel, have a great day.
Oh, thank you.
How about Virgo?
Yeah, John J. Virgo, you thought you were just keeping it real, but turns out you just hurt someone's feelings really bad, and now you're public enemy number one. Try sugarcoating things a little bit next time. The reason for your cancellation is harsh criticism that went too far, and your comeback potential is low, and you're going to spend weeks analyzing how it happened.
One time I was like 18 or 19, and I was playing in a game, like a volleyball game, and I made a comment to somebody, and they got so mad they left. And my friend, who was 20 years older than me, he goes, you have no couth. And I was like, I still don't really know what that means, but I feel that it fits into what you just said.
Yeah, probably.
Which is also a Virgo thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, how about Libra?
Libra, a scandal broke out, and instead of picking a side, you hit him with the both sides have valid points. So now you're being dragged for being a spineless people pleaser. Reason for cancellation, sitting on the fence for way too long. Your comeback potential is medium, and your charm might save you yet again.
I do feel like you have to see both sides.
Nope, you're getting canceled for it, Kyle. Pick one.
Dang it. Okay.
If you missed your sign, you want to know why you're going to get canceled? Go to johnjandrich.com. It's all posted up there right now for Payton's predictions.
Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost? While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you.
Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit SCEducationLottery.com.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.